And again, it was more of our own problem for building it in haste, is you can't really get a good snipe at the ones beating on your door. But again, I think this was built incorrectly. Hello everyone, Thranks is here, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die.
Well, look what the cat. Congratulations.
Playing on Nomad
I
with
can make my payment to
Permadeath,
the Duke now.
and oh look at this, we got Vitamin, Cure Disease, Fatigue, or Improved Fittings. I mean, no, it's only 2% mobility. I think maybe the vitamins are better. They're worth more. Let's take those. And then what I would like to do is actually sell you this book for 100. I think that's a really good deal because we're not going to use the spear. And then let's look at what you got here. How about anything with a forge schematic? No, how about any kind of schematic? Grandpa's moonshine recipe, that doesn't really. Chemistry station schematic. How about work? No. We can go to secret stash, workbench. No. Get the advanced bellows. Yeah, I mean, okay, that's good and all, but we could start working on a bicycle, but we don't know how to put one together. Restocks on day 10. I think we just save our money. We're not really in a position to buy much of this stuff anyways. Look at how cheap, though, the forge schematic is compared to when we had to, it's like 400 cheaper than just buying one ready-made. And this you could make, that's such a raw deal. Ugh, iron chest armor. Double barrel shotgun. Is that where we want to be in life? I think it might be, actually. Trick fence post. Chemistry station schematic seems really good. Like, I feel like if I pass that up, I'm doing myself a disservice. Pistol. Meh. Hunting rifle. Double barrel shotgun sounds nice. Gosh.
Now that was a good deal.
What do you have for missions, actually?
I'm a doctor.
Buried supplies. 400 meters northeast.
Do hurry.
That's
I have a protection payment coming up soon.
Pretty close to my safe house, actually. Yep, it actually is right next door to my safe house, so that's pretty good. I accept those terms. Let's go get the low-hanging fruit and peel the zombie that was walking around over here. Yep, you. You need to go away, please and thank you. Okay. I'm just a hopeless romantic. Me and romance, we go way back. You don't even know. Okay, this is like a cursed trailer with a crawl space from heck under it. Look at that thing. That's a little ridiculous. What if... I'm thinking, what if we found a look, like, what if we went to the lawyer's office and we posted up there for the night? As long as we cleared it of Zeds fairly early, we could spend the rest of the night kind of searching through it and dismantling stuff. Look at this building. This thing is a behemoth. It's got landmines out in front. I'm real tempted to go in there and see what's shaking. I mean, there's got to be some books and stuff in there, but the odds of getting a no Oh, what is that? Oh, that's a pig. A pig? I feel like that's going to get aggressive with me when I shoot it. Maybe? Okay, come on. There you go. Oof, I was a little worried I'd maybe bit off more than I could chew and done the right thing. Or done the wrong thing, thinking it was the right thing. Okay, that was our first pig. It didn't seem too strong. Although it did take 2 arrows and 3 power attacks with the bat, so maybe it was a little strong. We do have some armor going. Our build sort of lends itself to going toe-to-toe with enemies, though. When you flush, think of us. Yeah, what? Oh, that's like a... What? Oh, it's like a working stiff tools office? Oh, it is. What? What is that sound I keep hearing in this part of town? I don't like it. Toilets to go? No, that sign is for the toilets to go building. And then the King O' Law. Do we want to be outside of our safe house? It's going on 8 o'clock. I would like to really maximize our progress. Okay, let's say hi to our friends here in the street. Do you need more romance in your life? I've got 2 handfuls of romance right here. Oh yeah, that's right. That was last episode. Well, for those of you new to the series, romance is the name of my baseball bat. Why? Because it'll sweep you off your feet, you know? Alright, last time we went at it with the blunderbuss, and I think it was a mistake. So this time, I think we're just going to offer you some romance. There we go. Come on. Yes, that's how you do it. Just got to hold the bat firmly with both hands and keep your eye on the ball. I mean, the skull. Okay, we've got a chicken. Would be nice to kind of keep the food going, but yeah. I think at this point, books maybe, buried supplies are over here by the road. So I think what we do is we go back home and we try to secure maybe a little bit of an underground presence. Maybe. Where is... Okay, so we have metal over here. Okay, so we sort of knew there's this metal over here and here, and so this is where, if we want to get technical, this is where we're going to... That's where we're going to dig for ore if we're underground and we're trying to excavate to some underground ore. Okay. That music, I would expect to see a small horde, but I do not. Okay, we did not get as much clay as I wanted, actually. I'm realizing that now. Because we found the treasure actually relatively quickly. All right, this needs a door, so we need to not forget that. And this needs to be kind of placed back. Let's see. We were using these, but I think these are going to be thicker than the plates. They're more like a half of a wall, kind of. Yeah, half wooden block frame, right? Right. So if we just go with an advanced twist, we should be able to get it about like that. Okay. And then we're going to have to go through, we're going to have to fix all of this. This is, dare I say it, a catastrophe. I think it's safe to say we want to pull this up, actually. I think, given our situation, we can go ahead and take off this ergonomic grip and put it on the fire axe here. Now, I don't necessarily want to tear all this down, but I think it's the right decision. Because I think this thing was built wrong. Actually, I know that it was built wrong, but I feel like I know the right way to do it now. And so I think pretty quiet. You know, I could have gone and dug some of those supplies for some clay. I think instead, so we just make the flagstone blocks. Well, we're gonna need cobblestone regardless. So let's make 100 cobblestone, I think, is the right answer. And then we'll just keep tearing this down. So we reclaim a little bit of our supplies. This connector is just kind of cursed. It's floating, and it didn't really do the job. Ideally, we're going to go through, we're going to use our pickaxe to sort of shore up the top of this wall. Because the problem is, with this cursed sort of entryway, is you get an overhang, right? So this is what we found out, is by stepping out on top of this thing, and again, it was more of our own problem for building it in haste, is you can't really get a good snipe at the ones beating on your door. But again, I think this was built incorrectly. In game modes in the past, in the olden days, using a bow and arrow was a very effective strategy on Horde Night, and I feel like now, depending on your perk selection and how you're built, it might not be. I took it for granted that we had iron arrows and a blue bow and was like, oh, we'll just shoot them all. And instead, I should have been organizing like a gallery to club at them. Now, how are you going to club zombies on Horde Night? Well, I have a few ideas. Okay, we're getting thirsty and hungry. No zombies in sight, though. Okay. We got the first layer down. Let's be done with that for now. So this was kind of perceived as maybe a shortcut into the house, and then the zombies broke it, and then they thought better of it. They were like, no, because then you gotta, like, come through that wall or come through these stairs, and it just wasn't going to work out. We can, however, secure this so it's no longer an easy entrance. There we go. I don't know if it's worth fixing these stairs. I think I think it is, actually. Because it's only going to take one. About like that. Right, just like that. Okay. Doesn't matter if they're wood or stone, really. This was a bit of a problem. In short, they just sort of jumped right over it. They were like, yeah, right. What are you going to do? And I think the answer for that is more wood bars, actually. Something like this. Again, kind of hoping they don't make it this far, but since we know it's possible, I think if we don't at the very least plan for like a better barrier, we won't have as good of a control point here. Because ideally what we would do... Do I want these wood bars? Is that even... No, because I don't want them to get this far into the house. If we're fighting them on the stairs again, I mean, that's like a last-ditch sort of like... We're in deep trouble situation, you know? That's not a thing we want to plan for. It's good to have a fallback, but... You know... At some point, you've just got to say, this is not a viable strategy, and... We're not going to just, like, succumb and admit defeat and be like, oh, whatever happens, happens. But look at that. We had tons of vitamins. Tons of vitamins. Ears of corn. We're going to start planting those now that we can turn them into seeds. So that's exciting. In fact, let's take a look at what sort of farm plot situation we have running here. Nitrate powder, clay soil, and rotting flesh. Well, we can make one. Except, no, nitrate powder. I feel like we had a good bit of that. Yeah, we do. There we go. One, and now we need clay soil. Okay. Definitely wishing I dug up those supplies now. Still, I wouldn't say it's totally a problem. Let's go ahead and we'll put some brass in here. No, we're not. We're going to go ahead and smelt down this hammer. 2 minutes! That's painful. And we're going to make a new hammer. Right, so what are we missing? Leather and duct tape. Duct tape. Pretty sure we have this stuff for duct tape. No, is the glue over here? Yeah, okay, we have some glue. Duct tape. We'll go ahead, we'll make 8 of that. Might as well. There we go. Claw hammer. We'll craft that next. Alright, and then we'll start putting things away, like all kinds of feathers, gunpowder, paper, sure, forged iron, leather, I mean, all this stuff, really. Are we going to smelt all this brass all at once? Maybe. I might. I don't know. I reserve the right to. So we have one farm plot. Well, we already have one corn seed, so we might as well just plant that. I hope that's them on our spikes. Okay, it sounds like they died. Got me a little worried there. We'll slow down our rate of burning just to like lower our heat map activity. I think we'll actually just go ahead and drink this pure mineral water just to use it up. I don't see a reason to hold on to it, Vice. I mean, how is that better than red tea? Oh, it's actually a lot better. And it can cure dysentery. Well, I hope I don't have to worry about it to cure dysentery. That's like worst case scenario. Alright, let's let this stuff keep smelting here. Bacon and eggs, we need that in our life. We are hungry. And I dare say we're going to drink some red tea with it. Alright, and then turn this off. And as soon as we're done enjoying those bacon and eggs, we'll eat the next batch. Duct tape. I think we can go ahead and store the dukes. Oh, we have 1,400. We have enough to buy some things. We sure do. I think the vitamin overflow, honestly, you know what, it's probably time to make another container. And make this one just for medical stuff, honestly. And just keep all the food in one and all the medical in another. I think that's the right call. Probably not the place for it, but... Or we could just move it. just transfer it all? I mean, that's fairly easy. I think we leave the seeds in our inventory. So we remember to, like, do something with them. Did you hear that? What? That sounds like they're on our kill spikes. Gosh, I really hope they're on our kill spikes. But I'm thinking we stop burning stuff for a minute just to be sure. I haven't heard any screams, so it's not like devastation on our house or anything, but let's see what's going on. Why would they be beating up the wall unless they knew I was here, right? Like... And they're breaking through something. They're busting in the neighbor's house. How weird is that? Like, I don't even know why. We don't have enough clay for a second farm plot. Can we, like... Can we, like, put this out here, maybe? So the Zeds are rummaging through the house next door, which is interesting because we took the time to clear the house next door. And they don't care. I think, again, it's okay if we start putting brass in here. And we'll just keep smelting it. The clay, yeah, okay, so we don't have the clay, we need the clay. I think we just go ahead and put the 41 clay in here now, actually, though. Yeah, the clay is more important than the brass, for sure. We got some brass in there. We'll eat our bacon and eggs. And then the easy answer is we put our little corn farm right in the backyard near the pool. Because why not? We have this area here. Voila, corn plant. Okay. We get more clay, we can make another one, we can make more corn seeds, we can start having a surplus of corn. I think if we allow ourselves to go underground, we can start mining towards our little designated area here. Because we already know we marked there's ore in this direction, so it's just a matter of getting to it now. And let's see, it's actually going to be like that. And that's towards the supplies, so... The fact that the zombies are retaking our neighbor's house kind of makes me think it's not a viable alternative. Should we need to bug out? I mean, bugging out only works if it's not Horde Night, right? Because no matter where you bug out to on Horde Night, like, they're coming for you. And there's just not much you can do about it. So we're going to get some experience doing this, which is pretty decent, pretty reasonable. But we're still a ways away from being able to do, like, massive underground excavation. It's still a somewhat lengthy, tiring process. And that is, yep. But we're making some progress. In only a couple hours, yeah, we've gone a little bit that way. So what could we do? What could we do to expedite this? Well, if we go to our skills, really we can't do a darn thing. We're maxed out on Sexual Tyrannosaurus and Minor 69er. No, we're not. So some of these you can unlock 3 without continuing to upgrade. Sexual Tyrannosaurus you cannot. Pummel Pete you cannot. Minor 69er you can. This will help us go through it faster. Yeah, I think that's where we want to be in life. Maybe not the power attacks, but I think given the level that we're at, though, we don't bother recreating these tools until they break, and then we'll make the level 4 version of the tool. So we're just going to carve this gnarled up, twisted tunnel till we get underground, where we can go after metal in the middle of the night. Try to get some ore that way. I think it's a good long-term goal. Look at this. We're going to need another tool sooner rather than later. Oh, that scared the heck out of me. I was like, what? Oh, is that? That looks like some kind of metal, doesn't it? Isn't it? Let's drink a red tea. I'm a little parched. Is that metal that's trying to peek through? No, it's a whole section of the world trying not to load. Fun times. Fun times and noodle salad. Alright, so that's our window to be done out of this pit. Oh, my leg is sprained. So jumping on a ladder is no good. Okay, so 9 minutes with a sprained leg. I mean, how do they say it? It could always be worse. It could. It's true. I think we'll put up sort of a little wall thing here. I think this is the right answer. I don't want anybody coming through there. It's easy experience. 9 minutes with a sprained leg. I don't think there's any way to make it go away faster either. And it lowers your max health. No jumping or sprinting. Well, I did fall down quite the opening there. So I mean, yeah, I get it. I do. But I'm just not happy about it, you know? That's all. I'm just not happy about it. We do want to have more forged iron, though. We do be wanting that forged iron. So let's use up all our clay worth of it. And we'll put away this empty bottle. And actually, I think the right answer is to hold on to the 12 feathers, because we're going to get more. Alright, and then without jumping or sprinting, we're going to go and start taking care of a few zombies. Was that a dog? No. No, I was gonna say, if it was a dog... Look at you. Hold on. There you go. Everybody wants that roam. Oh, is that a bear? I think that means we're gonna hang out in our house for a bit. What? A freaking bear? We can't let that thing have the neighborhood. It's gonna be a constant issue for us. We could try to take it down with arrows. Any attacks we do on it, though, is going to invite it to start bashing away at our house. Oh, man. Not happy about this one. Not happy at all. I think we go with 30 more iron arrowheads. And then we'll go ahead and do the rest in forged iron. And that'll be where we wrap this one up. Goodness. Hope you've had a good time watching, because as always, I've had a good time playing. And until next time, take care.